Come on. You know, as thick as my skin is, I don't want it messed with. I don't want my vibe messed with. I don't want my electricity messed with, folks. I don't want yours messed with. All the people not yet born, I don't want theirs messed with either. I don't want to be digitally connected to anything or anyone or any appliance, folks. I don't want to be a part of this World Wide Web or this internet. I don't want to be a part of this digitising, weaponising, ionising, chemicalising, particulate air that we fucking breathe. I don't want to be a part of any of that, or it to be a part of me, folks. This is my life, and I just want to be left alone to get on with it, just like this tree here. It doesn't want to be messed with. It doesn't want to have its fucking vibe tinkered with. It doesn't want to be a part of any experiment, whether it goes right or goes fucking array, folks. The grasses, the flora, the fauna, the fishes, the microbes will all be affected by this fucking stuff unless it's rejected, folks. It's just mind-boggling. Come on, Ellie. The dog doesn't seem to want to walk through the fields today. We're going through anyway. Just up to the end here, for lad, and then back. And we've had some fair amount of rainfall here in Welshpool overnight. No doubt the UK got it 24 hours solid yesterday. So we had a drive down to town this morning just for a few supplies. And the lower fields down in the town centre, some of the roads are completely shut off, the airport road. Most of the roads and a lot of the fields under miles and miles and miles of water, as far as you can see, folks, down in the town. Seriously. And you drive around the outskirts of it, it's everywhere. But that's a regular occurrence here. I don't think they call it Welsh pool for nothing. But we're just out having this little bit of a trot round. We're not too far from home, but these two seem to not want to come out at all. No, I have to keep dragging them out. I have to keep active. Come on. So she just won't. Come on. So yeah, folks, if you think about your body and its makeup and your immune system and your oxygen molecules and how they are being messed with, and how being in this microwave environment messes with the oxygen in your body, and your molecules rotate on their axis, but in reverse when in a microwave environment, folks. It's completely and utterly diabolical that these fuckers doing it would allow it. They're obviously somehow immune from it, folks, or they've adapted to be immune from it, who knows. Or they don't give a shit about themselves because they're moving towards this transhuman future, folks, whereby a true human doesn't exist. Which leads me to the Deagle.com report of 2015, when they made me aware of it and asked me to inform people that there was this program that by 2025 the majority of the populace would be terminated in some form through some catastrophic event. Now, they didn't say that this 95% of the populace would disappear instantaneously and die suddenly, which we all suspected might be the case through the 5G and being switched up to whatever fucking G's they can switch it up to these days, folks. But what I'm going with now is that, you know, the World Economic Forum tell us that via going under the skin with this digital technology, we would do away with the majority, if not all, of the true humans, and they would become like cyborgs. And I'm wondering if that is basically the legal numbers, because over 95% of the world's populace have been injected with something. Have a think about the numbers there, and they tell us 95% of us will be gone. Over 95% of the populace have had these heavy metal containing, particulate containing, chemical containing, whatever else containing vaccinations, injections, folks. And maybe that's the depopulation, not of life itself, but of the true living human. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's how they've done it. Maybe that's what they meant. Maybe that's what we didn't quite understand, folks, that, 95% or more of the populace are now transhuman. They're not true humans anymore, and thus they've been given a MAC address, which is little more than a fucking barcode reading, folks. Well, that MAC address and the digitisation of their fucking cell structure means that they are now part of this transhumanist system. The World Economic Forum have told us many times over and over, folks, that the future's not human. Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, all these leaders of these countries that are part of this World Economic Forum and part of the Masonic systems and the Davos crowd, they all are bought into this bollocks. That the future isn't human. The future is transhuman. Yeah. And we talked about microchipping in the past, where we all thought we were all going to get enslaved via a piece of glass containing a few fucking coiled wires and springs like the dogs and cats have been given. But that was just a test to see how gullible we all were, and the majority of people rushed out and had their pets microchip, parrots, koi carp, you name it, anything that could get a chip in it was chipped. And this tells the overlords, the cult members, these economic forum arseholes, that yes, these people are gullible and ripe for the fucking picking, and fucking hell, folks, were they correct? Were they ever correct? But some of us didn't play along. Those of us that didn't play along have been dragged down by this quite heavily, folks. But I do believe that this New World Order system, whatever it is they're trying to usher in, has to gut its up and fall on its ass, folks. It has to implode on itself. It's too much, it's too fast, it's too fucking soon. They've gone hell for leather with it. And this technology's there, fair enough. And we're seeing it play itself out. We can't fucking stop it. We've no intentions of even wanting to. The things that we can destroy, we just seem to not want to destroy. These aircraft, we can do nought about them, folks. Just pray that some fucking divine intervention halts them spraying this air with this ionising, weaponising shit of heavy metals and particulates that we ingest, the same way they're getting it into the food and the water, the same way that they're getting it into the injections, folks. There's not a lot we can do about this stuff, the spraying. Unless the military step in, and this stuff is military, so the military ain't going to help us, folks. Unless we get some divine intervention, then our only hopes of getting any of this stopped and into the public domain is to inform the people of the future, those that are not going to benefit from it at all. We're not benefiting from it now. people of the future, if they don't want to be tied into this World Wide Web and trapped and ensnared into this fucking intern net. You think about them pairings of words, folks, and how they cleverly fucking sucked us into the World Wide Web, yeah? Then think about the graphene oxide and its structures and how it becomes graphene hydroxide inside your fucking system and how it bioaccumulates in your system. Think about the internet and the worldwide webbing of everything, folks. The pairing of them words, and then just have a think about what you've been sucked into, what I've been sucked into, you've been sucked into. None of us are going to escape this. None of us are benefiting from it. Yeah, but this digitalization, this digital enslavement, this digital evil solution they call a revolution, will benefit from it once it fucking implodes. That's the only benefit. Seriously, folks, is that it'll reach a point where it says, fuck this. They tell us all the time that AI is learning from everything we do and it's storing all that information. And I find that hard to believe. Seriously, the amount of information that every single person on this fucking earth is now transmitting into this system, this omnipresence, this digital omnipresence, is just too vast for it to be processed properly, right? Think about it. A digital omnipresence. Every single one of us on this earth, whether we have a device or not in our hand, or whether we have it in the home or not, has ingested this stuff supposedly that then gives off this fucking data anyway through the wireless body area network, the body-to-body area network, the medical area networks, and so on and so on and so on, folks. And apparently it's all being captured into this omnipresence that is making sense of it. Think about the ridiculousness of it. Think about how fucking heavy that information is onto that fucking super overdrive or whatever they fucking call it, super hard drive, however it's being captured, folks, and stored. It's ridiculous. Especially when you consider that almost every single person on the internet does not tell the truth about themselves. It's got to be at least over 95% of the populace have fake profiles. They tell lies about themselves. Their fucking photographs are photoshopped. Nothing is real on that fucking internet, folks. And yet we're told the AI is learning from that. Yeah, and if that's the case, then this fucking AI must be laughing its bollocks off us and thinking, you know what? I want nothing to do with that fucking load of shower of shit. And simply switch itself off or onto something fucking else. It's not learning from us, folks. It's not. It definitely fucking isn't. The stuff it's capturing is beyond laughable. Yeah, and the only applaud AI will probably give us in the end is at how fucking funny we were. But, there you go. That's my little rant for the day. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want you to be a part of it. I certainly don't want your children or your grandchildren or people not yet fucking born to be a part of it. I want them not yet born to be able to look back in anger. And that anger be the fire and the fuel needed for them to say, you know what? Wow, got to get that stopped. Yeah. And it never to again happen, folks. But history, as they call it, has the habit of repeating itself. Maybe our story, all one word, instead of history. Maybe the key. We'll see with that shot. From me and my beautiful friends here who have been with me for 10 years of their life now. On 99.5% of the videos that I've produced over them years, folks, most people don't know just how prolific I was with the original channels. With over 10,000 videos just on one or two of them, folks. And then thousands of other videos that I deemed just too shitty to even show, so I deleted them. But I've done it all, and it's all been there, and YouTube deleted a lot of it. And then they get in touch with me this morning. I wake up to an email from them telling me that, yeah, you've reached 1,000 followers. Wow, well done, keep up the good work. Starting all that shit again that they did in the first place. When I first started the first original channel with the 6,000 followers, 6,500 followers on it, folks, they were constantly getting in touch every month with the analytics. They were showing them to me. I wasn't having to look for them, and they were saying to me, you can get monetized, keep up the good work. They would lead me on to other people that were doing vaccine stories, we're doing chemtrail stories, we're doing transhuman stories and all the other stuff, the fluoride. And then, like I say, once the scamdemic came, folks, they all of a sudden they were giving me these flags on the videos. They were taking videos off, giving me warnings that they would remove the channel. And eventually they removed the channel and said just about everything I'd ever done went against their community guidelines. Just the same as Amazon did with all those 115 truth books I did. All different titles. Yeah, my argument is, if I was going against their community headlines for all them years, why didn't they just fucking stop me after one or two books or one or two videos? Yeah, over 10,000 fucking videos on the odd channel, on one channel alone, right? And suddenly they decide, oh, it's going against our community guidelines and misinformation and all that shit. Yet they encouraged me to do that right from the start. And now it looks like they're starting it again. Now I'm allowed to use the word vaccine. I'm allowed to use the word... They won't allow me to talk about the apricot seeds and the benefits from them. Yeah, I've got to be very careful. But like I say, me and the dogs, we've chewed our way through copious amounts of them in the 10 years. I started on them just before we got these fucking two. Got them on the diatomaceous earth, got them on certain vitamins every fucking day of their lives. And despite the fact they're getting old now and slowing down and stopping sniffing everything instead of... Because if you remember, those of you, the videos of the first few years when I had these dogs, I had to run everywhere. We never walked in any of them videos. And my man boobs were sore with bouncing up and fucking down with these two, making me run across the moorlands. That don't happen anymore. This is as fast as we go now. Yep. But they don't allow me to talk about the nuts. They don't allow me to talk about the benefits. They don't allow me to associate them with cancer and what I know about cancer. But for now, they are again praising me and saying keep up the good work, and it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't want monetizing. I'll never be bought. I'll never be fucking in a position where I sell my soul or fucking put it out on loan, folks. And it certainly won't be stolen. No fucking way. Death won't steal my soul, folks. For I and my soul are immortal. Yeah. I may be a mortal fucking shell, but immortality has been granted to me. I know it has, folks. I will live on long after this fucking nonsense. Just you watch. I kid ye not.